gearing up for his first high-stakes meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, President Trump publicly called out Russia in his harshest terms to date.
We urge Russia to cease its destabilizing activities in Ukraine and elsewhere, and its support for hostile regimes, including Syria and Iran.
But he cast doubt on U.S. intelligence assessments Putin was behind the meddling in the 2016 election, something White House officials say Trump is not expected to raise during the meeting.
I think it was Russia, but I think it was probably other people and/or countries, and I see nothing wrong with that statement. Nobody really knows.
On the eve of the sit-down, Putin is showing he isn't planning to make things easy for Trump, praising the success of the G20 in a German newspaper, but slamming U.S. trade policies as, quote, protectionism, and U.S. sanctions as doomed to fail. He also voiced support for the Paris Climate Accord, which Trump pulled out of, calling it, quote, a reliable international legal framework. While Trump is publicly meeting with other world leaders, behind the scenes, his top aides, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, and Fiona Hill, a Putin critic now on the National Security Council, are all prepping him for tomorrow's sit-down with Putin. It's the most anticipated of his 9 meetings on the sidelines of the G20 summit. The president is studying a large binder of material for all those meetings, but for Putin and Russia, aides say he's only been given a few pages of material, written in one-sentence talking points to keep the president focused.
We're at the very beginning, and I would say at this point, it's difficult to say exactly what Russia's intentions are in this relationship, and I think that's the most important part of this meeting, is to have a good exchange between President Trump and President Putin over what they both see as the nature of this relationship between our two countries.
And in a statement, Secretary Tillerson offering the only clues so far as to what the leaders will discuss on Syria, writing, quote, the United States and Russia certainly have unresolved differences on a number of issues, but we have the potential to appropriately coordinate in Syria in order to produce stability and serve our mutual security interests.